sense? What I want you to do is get out of today the right and the wrong, the good, the bad, the duality of that, and just step back to understand our children. Because when I see a child that has, quote, problems with authority, I think, okay, what happened? My first question is, what happened? Andy doesn't have problems with authority because Andy has had people in his life that he trusted. There's one word that I want to give you today, and that is trust. What happens to kids is they lose trust in adults. When Andy is born and when Billy is born, they are completely dependent on adults. And when that system that is supposed to be loving and kind and supportive goes wrong, that child shifts from a state of love into a state of fear, and they get into this protective mode. It is through, then, the power of relationship that we have to be able to go into that 14-year-old that has problems with authority and build relationship, actually, in a safe way to regain the trust, to rebuild the trust. Now, so start being aware of when things get loud. Watch the kids that get dysregulated, and there might be a sensory piece involved as well. And I know I was exaggerating with the day spa, but seriously, I think last time I was in St. Louis, someone said that they were required to have all the wall hangings, and so they just put white pieces of paper over everything until they needed it, right? So it would just decrease the stimulation going on with the kids. The other thing is, talk about movement. So many times we act like our kids can sit in that chair. You know, we take breaks as adults, and we squirm around a little bit. Our kids, sometimes their systems are so dysregulated, they can't sit still. It's not like they just won't, they literally can't, and then we put on a diagnosis of ADHD. I think it's just a deep level of not being able to regulate, that their body systems are so chaotic internally that I don't like slapping that diagnosis on. We do it for funding, and that is fine, but if you just start looking at it as a child who's dysregulated, what we can start doing is giving our kids the ability to move a little bit, actually able to get their brains working, getting more blood flow can be very good. Sometimes maybe in the back of the classroom that you have taped out a little area that a student needs to get up, they can go into that area and they can pace. They can still listen. They can still take notes if they need to, but maybe they just need to move. They don't even need to leave the classroom because then they're going to miss the instruction. But can you have an area that is giving them the opportunity to be able to just get up and squirm a little bit? But the limit says you can't just walk around the classroom and go anywhere. We have a designated place so that it's not disrupting the other kids, but I have the ability then to be able to walk and pace, and we can still learn. What's your name?
My name's Erin.
Hi, Erin.
I feel like I teach early elementary, and my question is more about like consequences. Okay. Like once they've come out of when they in their after.
Okay.
Should there still be a consequence for the behavior that is?
I'm glad you got there. Perfect timing because I'm about to do the after.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. So I would say yes and no. How's that for an answer? So the yes is that yes, there needs to be accountability. There needs to be maybe some stronger boundaries. But I don't want it in a consequence way like, well, you didn't behave, so you're not going to the playground, and you're not doing this, and you're after school helping. You know, I don't want it placed in a way that is a negative. I want you to see that you have the ability almost in any moment to be able to stop yourself and just shift and go, let me change. It's not working one way. Let me shift and be able to see if I can connect it another way. Karen.
No, leave me alone.
Karen, you need to come back.
Leave me alone. I'm not going to your class.
It's kind of hard, isn't it? In fact, I'm going to just put this point sheet away, okay?
Like that works anyway.
No. You're right. What else isn't working?
You don't want to hear it. If you wanted to hear it, you wouldn't even have the darn thing in the first place, and you wouldn't always make me feel stupid every time we have this stupid class.
Is that what it feels like, feeling stupid, isn't it, sweetie?
Now you're going to try the sympathy thing. You're still there?
Yeah. Let me still here. I'm not leaving you, okay?
Okay.